Hello friends and welcome to another Fimble Famble Saucebox Reviews in 5 with me, Janky Shenanigans. This week we have something special that happened this week that I will be reviewing. It was Rocky Horror Live, which just got wrapped up, actually like 2.5 hours ago, but that's why I'm reviewing it now, so it's still all fresh in my mind. So, let's get the timer pulled up and begin. So, Rocky Horror Live. First of all, I want to level with you guys. I actually missed quite a chunk of it. What happened was, I have a late class on Thursdays, and it runs till 8:30, but normally we get out early. But this week, we were doing like the thing that was the longest thing in the entire book that we had to do. We ran the whole time. It was awful. Anyway, so I tuned in around the time of the Medusa transducer, which is pretty far in. Well, a little sooner than the Medusa transducer. When did I tune in? I tuned in when the not the criminologist, Professor Scott came in, and they found Rocky in his tank with Janet. I missed most of it, put it that way, and which is a shame, particularly because most of the stuff that I wanted to see was the first half, particularly the time warp, because that's like my favorite thing. That's like the one thing that I really enjoy in that show is the time warp. And yeah, I missed it. Anyway, let's get to some actual reviewing since we're already almost 2.5 minutes into this thing. So some general thoughts about Rocky Horror. I noticed one of the things that they did was that it wasn't actually a live show, which I think kind of goes against the point of what they were doing. I think the point of the musicals is that they are live. I mean, I guess they retitled it. It wasn't actually called Rocky Horror Live. I guess we all just kind of titled that ourselves. It was actually called Let's Do the Time Warp Again, Rocky Horror. No, it was called Rocky Horror Live, wasn't it? Hold on. I don't have that much to say about it, so it's fine if I take the moment to do this. Rocky Horror Picture Show. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Let's Do the Time Warp Again. Okay, that's what they actually called it. So it never actually said live. We just kind of assumed... Oh, did I cut off the timer there for a minute? I may have. We just kind of assumed that it would be live, but it wasn't. Basically, the idea was, for all of you who've gone to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show, you bring props and things with you, and you use those props at certain times, and you shout certain things at certain times. And basically, they incorporated that into the show. They just had like a surrogate audience that was sitting in the theater, enjoying the pre-recorded show. It was strange. I will say it was a cool set because a lot, well, not a lot. Part of the show actually took place in the theater, not just like the audience watching the screen, but like they would arrive in the theater. I think the way that they had set up was the Frankenfurter's Castle was also the movie theater where people were watching. So there are parts of the show, right, like the cabaret scene at the end, where they were actually performing on the stage, which was cool. It was cool. I don't know. It's just a weird show. I guess most of my things are just like, it's so corny. But that's the show, right? I mean, the show is corny. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I can't even fault them for being so ridiculous because that's just the way the show is written. I don't know. It's just, oh, God, that pool scene. I don't understand anything going on there. Everything was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Columbia, though. I love Columbia. She seems super cool. And Riff Raff seems super cool. I was actually really disappointed I didn't get to see him do Time Warp because they seem like they had a really cool Riff Raff. And I would have liked to have seen that. And I think Laverne Cox, from what I saw, was kind of over the top, but also I think that works for Frankenfurter anyway. I think she did a pretty good job, all things considered. I think she was pretty awesome at it. That's pretty much all I got. Tim Curry. Tim Curry is the criminologist. That was fun. I was excited to see him. Poor guy. He seems really exhausted these days, but I'm glad that he could be a part of it. So that was cool to see Tim Curry there. And in general, from what I saw, it wasn't like awful. I mean, to be fair, I don't hold high expectations for musicals on TV. I'm just kind of like, just do your best. And I'm not going to like hype it or build it up. Just do you. Generally, the opinion of the internet was that it was pretty bad. But from what I saw, I was just like, it's good for a Fox musical. I guess that's sort of the standard you have to hold things to, right? Like, it's good for a TV musical. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so that's just some of my thoughts on Rocky Horror Picture Show. Again, I didn't see most of it, so it's just kind of like my first impressions. But no, it was interesting. I'm sure it will be up tomorrow. If you missed it, I'll probably at least try to catch the time warp because I really want to see that. But I'm sure it will be up on Fox's site tomorrow or soon. So cool, cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you can totally hit that like button down below. If you didn't, you can hit the dislike button. I suppose that's okay. Comments, positive or negative, you can leave them all below. I try to read and respond to them all. But more than any of that, I hope you have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out. I'm going to have to cut so much of this out.
Oh my god, we'll get there. Oh, that's gonna be a whole rant unto itself.
Oh look, a room full of explosives.
Oh, that got silly real fast.
Fiddlesticks is the worst.
What? Indeed. That's my reaction too.
Thanks for stepping on my face. Here's the 3 gold. People here are weird. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.